Look at the veins on my feet. Totally different. Different structure. Look at the size. 50 rupees.
মায়ের সামনে নড়ে নড়ে দিলাম।
ঠিক আছে
মায়ের হাত ধুয়েছিস?
কালকে ধুয়েছি।
কালকে ধুয়েছিস? আজকে ধো, আমি করতে নেই। হাইজিনটা একটু মেনটেন কর, রোগ কাছে আসতে পারবে না। ওরে বাবা রে, তোর দাদার কাছে যাবো না। এখানে কি লেগে আছে?
In a small village, one curious child would begin a journey that changed everything. He was born with a quiet spark, and his family saw hope in his tiny hands. As he grew, letters began to feel like treasures waiting to be found. Soon he was tracing words wherever he could, hungry to understand them all. At home, while others talked, he studied letters as if they held a secret. In school, he drifted toward English books, reading with unusual patience. Even cartoons became lessons, and every word felt like a challenge he could win. His teacher noticed the fire in him, and confidence began to replace fear. Then he discovered the camera, and curiosity turned into playful experiments. Every replay taught him something, and every mistake made him sharper. Others laughed, but he kept going, sure that effort would outlast ridicule. In the mirror, he practiced until his voice felt steady and his purpose clear. He learned from tutorials, edited late, and built skill piece by piece. By college, he walked with purpose, carrying a camera and a bigger dream. When his work reached the world, encouragement arrived from places he'd never seen. Positive messages poured in, and his smile grew with every kind word. Soon, his nights were filled with writing, filming, and editing for the next idea. His videos reached classrooms, where students learned with fresh excitement. At conferences, he shared his path, and young creators listened closely. Traveling with a camera, he stayed curious and told every story honestly. People came to meet him, and he greeted each one with genuine warmth. His lessons reached notebooks too, where new words began to take root. In the studio, he kept teaching, surrounded by books, lenses, and light. His life became a timeline of growth, from wonder to influence. He kept learning with others, because growth was never a solo path. Across the internet, his work kept moving, touching people everywhere. He answered questions patiently, always choosing clarity over pride. In schools, he met children who saw their own future in his story. Looking back, he saw a wall of memories, each one earned through effort. A film crew recorded his journey, preserving it for generations ahead. Even his old videos made him smile, because growth had become a gift. At home, laughter filled the rooms, and his family held every memory close. They watched his story unfold, proud of the boy who never stopped learning. Books and awards lined his shelves, but learning remained his greatest prize. Even in later years, he kept creating, adapting with the same bright curiosity. His hands kept filming the world, as if wonder never left them. When his final day came, love surrounded him and held him gently. Yet his words kept travelling, living on in homes, schools, and hearts. A new generation listened, learned, and found courage to begin. One young creator picked up a camera, ready to tell a story too. At festivals, his journey moved audiences who understood perseverance. Teachers still used his work, turning simple lessons into lasting understanding. In crowded cities, strangers became connected through the same small screen. Across the world, his reach grew wider than he ever imagined. Creators everywhere borrowed his courage and shaped it into their own voice. Back home, his family house became a quiet museum of a remarkable life. And in every child who points at letters, his first wonder lives again. At sunrise, the village held the promise that one life can ripple onward. His name endures, carried by language that connects people across worlds. And so his story remains, a boy's curiosity that taught generations to listen.